Last week I tested out the Genshin Luck system and I kind of get capturing radiance on my first 10 pull, and now I got CHASCA, even though I'm trying to get Bennett. So anyway, on today's video we're going through the guide on how to build CHASCA. We're going through her elemental skill, elemental bursts. We're going through her passive talent. We're going through her artifacts. We're going through the weapon choice, some tech, how to play her, and the most important of all, her teams. Yeah, her teams. Well, if you don't watch my video, yeah, obviously you don't watch my videos, but I kind of lose 50-50 to like trying when I pull from for Mawika, I kind of lose my 50-50 to Mona. So now I left with like a bunch of pre-farm material for Mawika, but luckily my CHASCA used it, so I didn't really feel bad when I lose my 50-50 to Mona when I'm trying to pull from Mawika anymore. Okay, so first let's start with her skill set. Normal attack doesn't have much to say about. She do like 4 attack, and then her charge shot just infuse animo into it, the element animo into it. There's nothing much to look here. Later we will be coming back here a little bit. Moving on to her skill, she when you pressed it, she turned into like the National Blessing mode, and she like start riding her gun. If you tap the normal attack button, it will shoot animo bullets, and if you hold it down, it will start charging 6 bullets, which the first 3 will be animo, and the last 3 will depend, like randomized, on your teammates element, your vision, something like that. And the one with like not animo usually deal more damage because yeah, I'm explaining kind of in like racing language right now, so it's easy to understand. Her burst is just basically fire an animo damage bullet, and then it's split up to all the element bullet depending on your team element. It deals AoE damage basically. Moving on to her artifact, obviously you cannot go wrong with Obsidian Codex. It gives you like 50% of the damage bonus, and also like 40% crit rate just by being in that like Knights of Blessing state. It's just like the best choice for. You cannot go wrong with Obsidian Codex already. And we also can use Martial Hunter because usually CHASCA is nothing. I mean, not nothing, but like not significant without with Farina. So running her with Farina and use Martial Sight could also be an like external option, but it's not the best. The crit rate is inconsistent. Moving on to her weapon, you can use most of the stat stick, like, but her best is probably her the first grade magic and her signature weapon. Yeah, I'm having the first grade magic and the Skyward Harp right now. The Skyward Harp doesn't give much value. You can also use the Amos bow. But anyway, on the banner right now we have this red bow, and it's kind of like a static. It provides like I don't know, attack. It's cool, I guess. You can also use the Song of Stillness, provide more attack with like, yeah, it's just most of this is just stat stick. Moving on, we have her passive talent when she unlock her first ascension, like her first passive talent. She will kind of infuse the third bullet we're talking about into like randomizing to one of the elements of your teammates. And she also do like an increased damage for each stack of Radiant Shadow, increasing the damage of Shining Shadow Shell or the element shells by 15-13 is 65%. This effect lasts for like multi-target fires and max max 3. The intense cover. Oh yeah, so basically if you trigger her Knights of Burst, it just swirl. It just kind of like swirl the attack with the random element. Moving on to her Constellation, I will only explain the first and the second one, alright? Because that makes the most different. The first one, change your second bullet, randomize it into one of the elements in your teams, and she also like have like a 30% decrease in the Night Soul points consumption. Well, I think it's really nice. Her second Constellation is all about just, you know, increasing, like buffing the passive talent one. It kind of, you know, increased the damage, kind of. Okay, so moving on to her, you know, like how you can actually play her, like her tech. Usually people will just like wait, charge out and do the duration and wait until like CHASCA charge up until like her 6th bullet. But I did some testing and the visual kind of like fools your eye, because if you like charge shot, like do some charge shot until like 5 bullets, you wait till 5 bullets, it will still deal 6 damage bullet, which doesn't really make sense. But I think it's just the timing that really matters. But doing this way, you kind of like get more damage per E. Like you get an extra like I think it's 5 bullets, right? Because if you do like 6 bullet charge, then you will be able to do it 3 times, which is 18 bullets, and you can also do an extra 2 bullets at last. But so it makes a total of 20 bullets in total. But if you use this tag, you can do it like I don't know, I think like 4 or 5 bullets, but 5, but it's actually 6, and it's just saving you more time for an extra 5 bullets. Basically, think of it like you get save time for 25 bullets, kind of thing like that. And you know, it's a pretty cool tech. It's kind of like save time and also like having a little bit more DPS. Now, moving on to the part that kind of like gets me the most, her team comps. Okay, any teams works. Any teammates with Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, and Electro works. Her best team right now is Bennett, Farina, and Aurorong. You can switch Aurorong, but Aurorong is this is basically her best team right now. You can replace it depend on how you want to play it. You can also play like always melt using Xiangling to like always apply the Pyro, and use a Farina to just, you know, melt. Vaporize. You can also play melt with Silali, or with like Escoffier and Shenhe. You can even play freeze. You can even play perma freeze. Like your enemies will never even like get even botched. But if you don't like, there's some replacement for Farina. If you use Farina already, you can use Mona. And if you use Bennett already, you can use Yansan. Just make sure that when you like press her E, just like move around a little bit. So her team comp is like pretty much like really flexible. It's just make sure that all of your support wields something like Tennessee of a Tennessee of a Millith. Cinder City. Yeah, it's Tennessee, or any like artifact that gives buffs like Noblesse, other thing like that. Instructor could be also really useful. Basically, you can like kind of runs her on every team possible. You can use it pretty much like runs on any team. Just make sure you don't put Geo and just make sure you don't put Geo and, you know, Dendro in, because it's kind of useless when you're playing CHASCA with it. You need an element that being able to swirl it, it's the best. So that it's, yeah. I know this build is kind of like, I know this is not like a full guide since I didn't like explain everything, but I think this is what like you all need to know for now, because, and I'll talk about the future update, when Notcard coming out. I think CHASCA will have more potential, like, you know, there maybe will be support coming out and she'll be a little bit like buffs, maybe. She's currently, I think she's the best, like, most flexible support. DPS in the game. You can play with her with anyone, anything, any elemental type. She just carries, kind of like carries. Anyway, see you in the next video, and yeah, see you in the next video.